Hello and welcome back to Drama Investigator. Angelika Oles recently got online backlash after posting a video where she allegedly made some microaggressive comments. Not only that, but she was called out for her comments about Dixie D'Amelio being accused of faking seizures. Angelika had said in the video, and I quote, "What if there was a valid reason for her to fake a disability?" Angelika has since posted an addressing video covering all of this and explaining herself, and the video received well. Smokey, also known as Hannah, a YouTuber who is now Angelika's ex-friend, has been called out for being fickle, as she allegedly stopped being friends with Angelika publicly after Angelika started receiving this backlash. Now, the reason why Hannah had called out Angelika on Twitter was because Angelika and her were doing a collab, and Hannah heard that Angelika was making microaggressive comments in their collab in the video on Angelika's channel. Other channels are now pointing out how Hannah has a pattern of backstabbing her friends for the sake of her online reputation. Hannah had recently posted this apology/exposing tweet to her Twitter. It states, "I posted this on my community tab as well because I see comments a lot better over there. I will be checking comments all day and responding to people who want to continue this conversation. I want to apologize to everyone who I hurt over the past 2 days. I've made a lot of mistakes that have resulted in many of you being disappointed in me, and for that I am sorry. This August I was aware that Angelika had gotten into some drama, but wasn't aware of the full scope of what happened. I didn't take the time to properly look into everything because Angelika was a friend and I trusted her word on the issue. That was a mistake, and upon reflection I definitely treated her differently because she was my friend. I asked Angelika to be a part of Glomus, and once our video was posted I saw a lot of comments that Angelika had been microaggressive, had ignored and blocked comments trying to educate her, and that she had handled criticism very poorly. Again, upon reflection, I see now that I treated the situation differently because Angelika was my friend. If this had been any other creator, I absolutely would have called them out for this behaviour in the first place. Because Angelika was my friend, I gave her the benefit of the doubt when talking to her about these situations and pinned a comment yesterday that defended her actions. After seeing the response to that comment, I realised that I still didn't know the full story and needed to look into things more. Last night I spoke to multiple different creators and accounts collecting information and watching videos on the situation, and after hearing different perspectives, I've decided I can no longer support Angelika or the collaboration we did together. I have encouraged Angelika to make a video addressing these issues herself, but I'm not sure if she will do that, and I can't control her actions, only my own. I'm sorry that I've failed to hold my friends accountable to the same standards I hold other creators to. I know that an apology is not always enough, but I hope with my actions I can show you guys that I will do better in the future regarding these situations." So then, after Angelika had made her response video to the drama, Smokey had tweeted this: "Hey Angelika, I did not say that I could find no evidence, but that I was going along with it anyway. That is a gross misrepresentation of our conversation. I will have a video addressing everything tonight or tomorrow." Angelika responded, "I just sent you screenshots of you saying you will take down your pinned comments supporting me, as people are calling me transphobic, and despite there being no evidence, you can't take the heat for me. You made a statement, and so did I." Now, this was the pinned comment that Angelika was referring to that Hannah had made. Just wanted to do a quick update. After talking to Angelika and getting a better picture on the situation, I feel like I have a pretty good idea about what happened. I feel Angelika genuinely does understand the mistake she made and has tried to address it the best she could. I apologise to anyone who felt offended by things she said, and I don't feel it's my place as a white woman to tell you how to feel about the situation. I will say that after talking to her and looking into things, I am seeing a lot of misinformation being spread about her that I am not okay with. As far as I can tell, Angelika has never done anything transphobic. Comments perpetuating this narrative with no evidence are harmful to the LGBTQIA+ community, as they distract from actual instances of transphobia happening online. So while I don't agree with all of her past actions, I do think that she has grown and learned from all these situations. I think Angelika is a great content creator and a good friend, and that's why I asked her to do this collab in the first place. Now, on Angelika's video she received backlash on, she actually addressed some of the most asked questions in a pinned comment. She'd since screenshotted this and posted it to her Twitter. I've trimmed the bits out, but the video is processing, so won't show for a while. Really sorry about the flippant comments I made regarding topics I clearly don't know enough about. More in the pinned comment. Just wanted to pop in. 1. The whole point of the Dixie story is not to agree with her faking seizures, but to address the spreading of unconfirmed allegations about her faking seizures. We have no way of knowing, and therefore it shouldn't have been posted. 2. There are reasons for disliking Kylie. However, spreading fake news delegitimizes the actual bad things she has done was the whole point of my rant, but it clearly came across as me agreeing with things she has done, which is not the case. Edit. I have trimmed the bit of the video out as I don't see it appropriate to keep. I should have spoken about all of Kylie's allegations to paint the image better and not be so flippant, considering BIPOC are the most affected by her actions, so for that I'm sorry. I was in a bad mood and wanted to make it more funny than anything, but clearly missed the mark. I do still believe that to get rid of her, people have to stop talking about her, but that should have been put across better. I've also trimmed out Dixie's bit, because as much as I stand by the fact that no one should be accusing her of faking without any proof, my opinions on faking seizures were super problematic. Now, in Angelika's recent video posted to her channel, where she addresses all the drama, she also talks about her beef with Smokey Glow. She said that Smokey Glow told her she looked for an hour on the internet to try and find her making offensive comments, but she couldn't find anything, but then allegedly told Angelika she was going to go along with the story that people were saying, even though it's a false allegation. She said after that, Smokey Glow had made a statement on her Twitter, which has resulted in Angelika getting a ton of hate online. Smokey Glow then apparently accused Angelika of citing her, which doesn't make any sense at all. Smokey Glow is being called out for being disingenuous as well, because when Smokey Glow has been accused of stuff in the past, she's never made a response to allegations, true or not, unlike Angelika. In Angelika's video, she'd even brought up many examples of Smokey Glow being called out. For example, someone on Reddit made a thread about Smokey Glow, who deleted her video she'd made about Trisha Paytas with no response. The thread says, did Smokey Glow address her deleted Trisha Paytas video? I think this was over a year ago, but Hannah had made a video in response to Trisha Paytas saying that Trisha was transgender. When I went to look for it several months back, I couldn't find it. I saw there was one day on her social blade with a huge dip in views and assumed she deleted it. Did she ever address why she deleted the video on Twitter or somewhere else? Or is it still up and I just missed it? Because the misinformation in that video and her awful response to the people in the comments section was why I unsubscribed from her. I started watching her again when I saw she deleted the video, but haven't resubscribed because I'm still put off by the fact that I didn't see her apologize for the video and her response. I had been following Hannah for a long time and really liked her before she came out with that video. As a trans person, I thought Hannah's video was full of misinformation and outdated language. She also linked Blair White in the description as someone to check out for more info. Check out Angelika Oles's video for more info on why Blair's content is harmful if you don't know. I, as well as many other trans people, tried to educate her in the comments, but she was very defensive. She just kept arguing back that she was entitled to her opinion, and her video was informed by years of studying issues like this in school. I tried to remind her that while she may have spent a couple years studying social issues in school, the trans people trying to get her to listen to them in her comments have spent our entire lives being trans, and our voices should be taken more seriously. I was so upset to see someone I had admired and that I thought was open to learning from others, not only talk over trans people, but also like comments under her video, calling her an educated queen and thanking her for educating them. I felt helpless watching a bunch of cis people pat themselves on the back while the voices of the trans community were dismissed. So I just want to know if Hannah has apologized for this, and I just haven't seen it, especially because of what's going on with Angelika right now. Because if she's made an apology for the Angelika situation, but not the Trisha video, it kind of makes me wonder if she only apologized because the Angelika situation got popular on Twitter. Her deleting the Trisha video after 9-ish months, but not addressing it feels like brushing it under the rug. I don't know, I'm not trying to cancel her or tell people to not like her. I just can't tell if this recent situation is evidence that Hannah is more open to criticism and learning from her mistakes now, or that she only apologizes if things get too public and her reputation is on the line, you know? I was warming up to her again, but now I don't know how to feel and just wanted to get this off my chest. Edit. I went to my comment history on YouTube to look at the initial comment I left on the Trisha video, and it said the video was privated. I can't see any other comments I left on the video though, because they were responses to a comment by Hannah, and she deleted her comment a couple days later, so I guess all the comments under that one were lost. So Angelika also pointed out that Smokey Glow's opinion on people changes depending on the public's perception of them. For example, if someone's getting backlash, Smokey Glow will stop being friends with them and will talk crap about them to protect her reputation, just like what she did to Angelika when Angelika started getting backlash. An example of this was when Angelika showed Smokey Glow currently doing video collabs with Minnie MUA, but 2 years ago when Dramageddon was happening, Hannah was liking and responding to a lot of these comments shading Minnie Mooch. I was done with Minnie when he talked about a child in public being a brat, and when people said she could be autistic, many said that he took a psych class, and no, she wasn't autistic based on that. Just no. Smokey Glow responded, "I've literally never heard about this. That's just insane to me. I don't understand how people can be so ignorant." The thing is, this foursome's intention was extremely ego-centered. It reminds me of high school teaming up on someone to portray themselves as better than. Well, now karma is facing them head on. We all know it's not cool to cast stones. Love your friend. Now, Angelika is currently being accused of all sorts of things she hasn't actually done, with no proof to show she's done any of these said allegations. And so is James Charles actually. So it's become a bit of a trend at the moment to falsely accuse influencers of doing things they haven't done, which is really problematic and damaging. For example, James recently tweeted, "It bothers me beyond belief that random strangers can make up the absolute worst stories about influencers/celebrities, and people just believe them with no proof because society loves drama. I watched a TikTok of some girl saying when she met me, and I made fun of her oily forehead, and the comments are all, 'Oh, he's so awful.' Someone literally commented saying she was my waiter at a wedding in LA, and I was rude. I've never been to a wedding in LA. LMAO. Manny MUA had responded that the same thing happens to him. But so true. I once saw a TikTok of a guy saying he'd met me, and I told him, 'Are you wearing any makeup?' Him, 'No, why?' Me, 'Oh, 'cause she needs some.' As if I'd ever say that. Like, question mark? So what are your guys' thoughts on all this drama? Let me know in the comments.